I told them, said that they talk now, the intercom yonder. Let's wait. Not get the petition.
So,
we have our petition, which we want to present to the Netherlands government through the embassy. It reads, Sierra Leone Community Organization, the Ambassador, Kingdom of the Netherlands to the United States, Sir or Madam, petition for extradition. We members of the Sierra Leone community, USA, appeal to your devotion to democracy to bring to justice Abdul Kamara, aka Adebayor, who resides in Holland. It may interest you to know that on 10th August 2020, Sierra Leoneans had a shattering experience, an irreparable political trauma, when insurrectionists under the incitement of Abdul Kamara Adebayor attempted to overthrow the democratically elected government of His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Adebayor. The insurrectionists, with the insulting pretext to engage in devastation and barbarism by killing 6 innocent law enforcement officers, some civilians, and undisturbed plumber of both private and government property. Let us all call your earnest attention, Your Excellency, to the international campaign of treachery and deception used by Abdul Kamara Adebayor to hoodwink some sections of the youth into believing that rebellion of gigantic magnitude was the means to change a legitimate government. For 4 years, this elusive character, with dominant selfish political interests, has subjected the names of the President and First Lady to malicious attack and bitter degradation. Urge dissatisfied youth to assassinate the President, form of de facto political government, and throw the country into turmoil. This incitement has become a strong opium that is driving some sections of the youth to armed rebellion. His Excellency, your attention is respectfully invited to the gains made by His Excellency President Julius Adebayor in the last 4 years. The Anti-Corruption Commission is deliberating Sierra Leone from institutional corrupt. The free quality education has opened the avenues to enlightenment for every Sierra Leonean. Freedom of press, freedom of speech have been at its all-time high since the repeal of the seditious libel law. The death penalty is completely abolished, and there is strict integrity and fair dealings with the rule of law in the side of government. It is this peaceful political atmosphere that has included the likes of that has induced the likes of Abdul Kamara Adebayor and residual elements of a waste generation of the youth to weak and wreak havoc on Sierra Leone. We the people believe in the integrity of the democratically elected government of His Excellency retired Julius Adebayor in fulfilling his obligation to protect life and property in Sierra Leone, exercise freedom of speech, and respect the rule of law. We therefore call on your good office to process and extradite Abdul Kamara Adebayor to Sierra Leone for endangering the tranquility of our country and the supremacy of the rule of law, inciting the control of the government by force, and subverting by violence the constitutional and legal authority of Sierra Leone. The official website of the Justice and Security Ministry of Netherlands has this: fighting international crime. This is what is on the website. Working together with justice system in different countries makes it easier to fight transnational crime. This includes terrorism, drug trafficking, corruption, cybercrime, piracy, war crimes, people smuggling, and human trafficking. Having reliable partners abroad makes mutual legal assistance and police cooperation possible. This is in turn makes it easier to extradite suspects and return failed asylum seekers. His Excellency, this is all we are asking for. Abdul Kamara deserves extradition to Sierra Leone for cybercrime. Your country proudly cooperates with other countries for the likes of Adebayor Kamara to face justice.
Now.
Yes.
We hope that your patriotism, statesmanship, and devotion to democracy will propel your interest in our request to ensure that Netherlands does not provide a safe haven for people who incite and cause terror in other countries.
Yes.
We thank you. Yours sincerely, Desmond Pesima, on behalf of the Sierra Leone Community Organization in the USA.
Yes. We stand with you.
No, it's not yet.
Ah, God.
Somebody walking down the kingdom of the Netherlands, Mr. Roman Stewart. Mr. Roman Stewart is representing the Netherlands right now, and we are handling this petition which has been signed by Leoneans and the diaspora, and also the former petition calling for the extradition of Adebayor Kamara, who resides also known as Adebayor.
Clap. We don't know about the petition.
They are here. They're just lying. That we sing with national anthem before we left.
Wait, as you can see right now, we just dropped the petition. We just dropped the petition to the Dutch embassy for the embassy and the country of the Netherlands to extradite.
Dallas the live and direct.
So I think that's the end. That's the end of the protest. How you doing? How are you, ma'am? And yeah, you are one of the protesters. So what do you have to say to the people of the United States and the Dutch embassy? Because we are right now at the Dutch embassy. We just brought the petition, and the chairman has handed over the petition.
As you can see, I have a red mask on. This is representing the blood of Sierraleonians that was spilled between August 8th and August 10th, especially the innocent that were killed.
Okay.
I am not in black. I'm not mourning in black. I have red on, representing the blood of innocent Sierraleonians that were killed between August 8th and August 10th in my country.
Okay.
So I'm very, very much angry at what happened in my country. And of course I took off work to be here to show that we are tired, very, very much tired of violence in our country. Some of us are looking for peace, non-violent election, because Sierra Leone has been on the map for the longest for maintaining peace. And His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Adebayor, has been doing very well in terms of improvement in education, infrastructure development, human capital development, and the list goes on. So I am appealing to Sierra Leoneans to give a chance, second chance, third chances to His Excellency to really continue what he has started. Because Sierra Leone is for greatness, and we don't want any more bloodshed. And I want the parents, I want the relatives of those that were killed, that this red mask represents their blood, and this is the way I'm mourning whatever happened in my country during those 3 days. Thank you.
realm of the free. Great is the love we have for thee. Family united, ever we stand, singing thy praise, O native land. We raise up our hearts and our voices on high. The hills and the valleys will echo our cry. Blessing and peace be ever and all. Land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Now, before we move forward, I'm going to read some of the writings that we have on our banners. Please hold this for me, these papers. So here, of course, we have justice for our police officers and fellow Sierra Leoneans killed.
Yes.
We have Adebayor is the way to go.
Yes.
We have Adebayor and others are using social media to incite youth in Sierra Leone.
That's correct.
This one is saying, extradite Abdul Kamara, aka Adebayor, for inciting deadly protest. This one is saying, long live democracy, long live Sierra Leone. This one is saying, long live presidentbio, long live our democracy. This one is saying, presidentbio, we stand with you. It says, try the coward Adebayor for justice for the police officers. We have promote and protect democracy in Sierra Leone. And from Dallas, somebody from Dallas is saying, Dallas, Texas, stand with presidentbio. Again, we stand with presidentbio for fighting for our democracy. Yes. He said, don't rush. He said, Andes Koroma, stop using Adebayor to undermine presidentbio. The Dutch government should take responsibility for hosting Adebayor, who is inciting youth in Sierra Leone to kill police officers. That's from Philadelphia. This one is saying, long live presidentbio, long live democracy, long live Sierra Leone. Great Britain. Somebody from Great Britain. You see, we have people from across the world. This sister is from Britain, and she says, freedom of speech is not hate speech. Very important. Freedom of speech is not hate speech. Canada is saying, stop the violence against law enforcement officers. From Germany, failed politicians want war in Sierra Leone. They will never succeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, police lives matter. Police lives matter. From New Jersey, using kids and women as human shields for armed men to shoot at police officers is not democracy. This one is saying, don't rush the process, trust the process. Philadelphia, long live presidentbio, long live democracy. Adebayor and others are using social media to incite.
Madam must stay. Police lives matter. Madam must stay. Lives matter. Madam must stay. Police lives matter. Madam must stay.
Police lives matter. Madam must stay. Police lives matter. Madam must stay. Police life matters. Madam must stay.
So how you doing? How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah, so
I want to substantiate with photos. You need photos for back up the letter. The camera can snap it. Okay. Hey, yes, guys.
So,
my brother.
How you doing, ma? And I think we've come to the end of this protest,
Yes.
which was so successful.
Yes.
And we ended the protest at the Dutch embassy.
Yes.
And we saw the Dutch ambassador. We gave our petition and the letter for Abdul Kamara. And what do you have to say towards this entire process?
It's been a day of success. It's been a very good day for us. We were able to capture the necessary places that we needed to go with our messages.
Okay.
People from all over this country came here to represent Sierra Leone. We're here for the country of Sierra Leone to combat the ills that are being done to our people, to show our solidarity for the present government, a democratically elected government. So we're here in Washington, D.C. I think everything we've done today, gone to the embassy, gone to MCC, and now at the Netherlands embassy, we're doing very well to send a message.
Thank you so much.
Causing havoc in our country. So thank you for taking this serious, and we hope that you will continue to do something for the extradition of Mohammed Abdul Kamara, aka Adebayor.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. On behalf of the Embassy of Netherlands, it's in your phone. Yes.
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 No, that's for it. Fine. That one for the before.
Freedom of speech is not hate speech.
Where is the freedom of speech?
This one very important.
Look at us, hello, come together.
Come forward. Freedom of speech is not hate speech.
You take the picture and let the delivery come through.
Okay.
Yes. Freedom of speech is not hate speech. Extradite Abdul Kamara, aka Adebayor, for inciting deadly protests in Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Justice for our police officers and fellow Sierra Leoneans killed.
Yes.
Freedom of speech is not hate speech.
Yes.
Failed politicians want war in Sierra Leone, but will not happen.
And
Of
the
course,
must be
we
changed.
demand legal action against all perpetrators of violence in Sierra Leone.
Yes.
There is civil liberty in Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Presidentbio is fighting for that.
Yes.
And so we want to make sure that there is peace,
Yes.
that there is tranquility,
Yes.
that there is sanity,
Yes.
and there is freedom
Yes.
of movement for
Also,
every
there
Sierra
is here
Leonean.
today.
The police officers don't deserve to die
Yes.
for doing their job.
Yes.
Children
Yes.
don't need to be afraid
Yes.
of going
That's the
to school.
petition.
Yes.
People don't need to be afraid when they are going to work.
Yes.
To fear that their own
Young
fellow
dynamic
Sierra Leoneans
guy.
will take their life.
Yes.
We
Petition has
want
been
this to
passed.
stop.
Yes.
We want this to
Letter
stop now.
Yes.
We want the
has been
extradition
given to him.
of Abdul Kamara back to Sierra Leone
And,
with immediate effect.
Yes.
Now. We want Adebayor
what
to
we
go back
call
home. Now.
Fresh on our
Netherlands
protest.
embassy do not provide a safe haven for Adebayor. Send him back to face justice in our country. Send Adebayor back home. Now. Extradite Adebayor.
Now.
Extradite
We are the
Adebayor.
Dutch embassy right now.
Extradite Adebayor.
Now.
For my democracy, register and vote.
Thank you.
For our
Thank you so much.
democracy,
Thank you.
register
God bless you,
and
sir.
vote.
Thank you. We
For
appreciate
our
it. Yeah.
democracy,
It's so peaceful,
register
right?
and vote.
Do you have anything to
For
say?
our democracy,
right,
register
okay.
and vote. For our democracy, register and vote. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We continue to stand in solidarity with
Yeah. Oh.
we continue to make sure that there is peace.
So now we are ending this protest. Ma'am, can you please come here?
Yes.
Yeah, we ended this protest. So what do you have to say? Because we finalized the protest. We just dropped our petition at the embassy. So what do you have to say to...
I believe that is a starting point. As the leader of the Sierra Leone organization here in the diaspora, he has rightly said it, and he has handed the protest letter to Mr. Stewart on behalf of us, the Sierra Leonean organizations here in the United States. And yes, it was a good sign for Mr. Stewart to have been able to come back. That shows us that what the people of Netherlands, the leadership of Netherlands, the embassy of Netherlands have heard our voices. They've heard our voices, and they want to make sure that what Adebayor, aka Abdul Kamara, is going to face justice because of the killings, the unlawful killings of our people, of the police officers, of citizens, our children on August 10th, 2022, a day that Sierra Leoneans will live to remember. So thank you, Netherlands, for hearing our voices. That was a good start. Thank you for sending back Mr. Stewart
Thank you.
to receive
Thank you.
that protest letter on behalf of all of us
Thank you so much,
Leoneans here in the United States.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes,
Adebayor
so-
must be jailed.
Yes,
So,
thank you. Yeah, Mr. Chair.
fellow Sierra Leoneans,
Yep.
this concludes our peaceful protest here today, August 26, 2022 in Washington, D.C. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, that peaceful protest is not about killing each other. Peaceful protest is not about holding guns, it's not about holding sticks and beating each other and pelting stones and murderly invective at each other. Peaceful demonstration is not about burning down property that belongs to the government. Peaceful demonstration is not about burning down school buses. Peaceful demonstration is not about killing police officers. It's not about killing our own citizens, but it's about using your voice to make your needs and demands known to the government or to whoever the demonstration is targeting. Here, we did 3 major stops today. One, we stopped at the Embassy of Sierra Leone. We demand justice for the lives of the people who were dead on August 10, 2022. We also went to the MCC Millennium Challenge Corporation to remind them of President Bio's commitment to fighting corruption, to remind them of President Bio's commitment to peaceful coexistence in the country, to remind them that the country is peaceful, as we know Sierra Leone is the 4th peaceful country in the entire West Africa. We also reminded the Millennium Challenge Corporation of President Bio's commitment to freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of the press, civil liberty, and everything that he is doing to make sure that there is peaceful coexistence of the country. We also thank them for the good job they are doing. And we promise that under the leadership of Sierra Leone, we will continue to increase on our scorecard for the Millennium Challenge Corporation. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we also came to the Netherlands Embassy. We are calling for the extradition of Abdul-Wil Kamara, which everyone knows on social media as Adebayor. This man has been used by failed politicians to undermine our democracy. He has been used by failed politicians to pelt murderly invectives and threatening to kill the president and his wife, and threatening to kill senior citizens, including a very, very powerful journalist, a former minister, Sylvia Olayinka Blyden. This man has threatened to kill her life, has threatened to take her life away from her because of the good work she's doing for the country. And so we here in the diaspora, we are calling on the Netherlands Embassy. We are calling on the government of Holland to extradite Adebayor, to go home and face justice for inciting violence, for inciting the killing of police officers, and for inciting unrest in our country. This has been a very, very successful protest. A very successful protest, and we'll continue to come to the Netherlands Embassy until something is done about Abdul-Wil Kamara, aka Adebayor. So I want to use this opportunity to say thanks to everyone. Those of you who came from Dallas, those of you who came from New Jersey, those of you who came from Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, those of you who came from Canada, those of you who came from Great Britain, to register your voice, to register to the country that enough is enough, enough of inciting violence. We want to sustain our democracy. Thank you very much. You have demonstrated